I guess today is November 10th, 2012. It's a Saturday before 8 a.m. So apparently what happened was when I had a series of blood tests done in early September, the laboratory was negligent and the results were so bad they should have immediately called the doctor who ordered the results. And they didn't. It's not a great laboratory, but it's right in my building. And having to go there without any food or water in you first thing in the morning, it's kind of convenient having them downstairs. To me, they were just numbers, and I didn't think anything of it. And so I went on vacation for a couple of weeks, and it was nice. It was very hard for me. I really wasn't feeling well. But when I got back to Paris, I got really sick. I got some sort of virus or lung infection or something. It's going around. I've heard from some other people elsewhere in the world who have it. It lasts about 4 to 6 weeks. And my elderly widowed mother-in-law had it, and she was hospitalized for a month with it. It was really, really strong and nasty. So I was getting sicker and sicker, and I said to my spouse that really I should go on medical leave status here in France, and he just said no, he didn't want to do the paperwork. So I didn't, and I didn't go to the doctor, and had I gone, he would have seen the test results and probably sent me straight here to the hospital. And I was so weak and sick, I just kind of let him steamroll me. So eventually I got so sick and so weak, I fell on my face in the kitchen and I broke my nose and some teeth, and I have an enlarged liver, and I fell on my stomach and apparently did quite a bit of internal damage. So it was getting worse and worse, and it was swelling, and I had really bad edema, and I couldn't bend my knees, and my abdomen was getting larger and larger. Finally, my spouse went to Brittany to help his mother for a week, and I was home alone, and it was really scary. I was desperately ill, and I'm not scared that easily, but I was scared. And it was hard to breathe and stuff, and I just tried to get through the week. I did on Tuesday. That Tuesday, I did call my doctor and ask if he could make a house call, but he couldn't, and he doesn't work on Wednesdays. Thursday was a national holiday here in France. It was Le Toussaint, All Saints Day, and most people take Friday off when that happens, and my doctor did. So there was nobody available for a house call, at least nobody I know. And by this point, for a couple of weeks, my thinking had been really cloudy. I wasn't myself at all. And the doctor did call me and said that if I could get to his office, if I could make an appointment on Saturday morning, his replacement would see me. I was so ill at that point, it's only a few blocks away. I had to call a taxi and take a taxi. It was over 10 euros. It's kind of messed up, just for, a 6-block ride. And I got there, and she said, "You're not leaving, I'm calling an ambulance." So I was brought here to the hospital, to the emergency room. I ended up in intensive care. I've never been in intensive care before. And 2 operations were attempted, but the first 2 failed. The third one took, but it was complicated and took 3 hours. The 4th, 5th, and 6th operations failed, and once again in my life I've been declared inoperable, and I'll probably be given palliative care. This isn't the first time this has happened to me. Maybe I'll be sent home early this coming week. So I've been here. I was very, very sick, And this is near where I live. My building is near here. I've been in this hospital in the past before, and it's not permitted, but we're kind of free in the afternoons usually. And I've actually a few times walked home to get stuff, which you're not supposed to do. So I was given a permission to get out and see the dentist. My spouse dropped me off, and I lied and said I was going to take a taxi back. I just walked back slowly and carefully, very slowly, because it's still very hard for me to get around. So that's what I've been doing, and this is they're finally renovating this big old, very, very busy public hospital in Saint-Denis, France. This is an extension of the maternity ward. It's the busiest maternity ward in all of France, and this is an enormous hospital. And so that's what's been going on with me. I'm going to, just get through the weekends, and they might try another operation on Monday, but really it's just really hopeless. My skin is actually very thick, which is strange, and my veins are so small and deep that even a regular blood test is frequently not possible most of the year. It's very hard for me to have an IV. I've had operations fail before because they couldn't even, get a needle into me to administer an anesthesia or whatever. Had a lot of tests done here, including a fibroscopy where they look down the throat at your throat, stomach, and intestines. I had that done once before, but I was under general anesthesia. This time I was awake. It only took about 3 minutes. It wasn't very pleasant, but it was kind of interesting to see what was going on in there. A number of tests, and that's it. My roommate is 76 years old, and she's a ch'ti. She's from the north of France, and her husband is still alive. He's from Martinique, so it's a mixed marriage, and he's 74, and he's still lucid. She's not. She has no short-term memory, and she's pretty scared, so I've been looking after her and reassuring her and helping her, and it's been kind of a nice distraction for me. That's usually what happens to me in hospitals. I usually end up taking care of other people, which gets me out of myself and has me thinking about people other than myself. I don't usually get, dark thoughts anymore or anxiety, but I've had some in the past few weeks, realizing that I'm here quite alone, and I just have my husband, and he's very withdrawn and distant, and he's not happy that I'm still alive. So that's what's going on with me. See you later. Bye.